Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today we have got King Frostmare video, and this is the scariest videos that revisit you at night. Well, it's night for me. Let's see if they revisit. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Let's go.
The following was a submission from Edward, who tells us that the men in the video were walking.
Oh, this is from King Frostmare. I forgot to mention that. Just so I don't, so I don't forget.
Through an abandoned office building, which was said to be demolished in the next few months, and which needed to be inspected for several reasons first. It is unknown if the building had any paranormal history. However, the two men captured something quite strange the following day that they couldn't really explain.
That's insane, man. No cuts, no nut. Boom, there's a person. Watch. Hold on. Because he goes by. Boom. That is a person right there. There is a person sitting on the chair. You can see a head and all that. Right there. Boom. Stops. Oh, but he goes back and there's no one there. There's no one there.
It would appear that somebody was sitting in the chair for a brief moment, and when they came back to double check, nobody was there anymore, mysteriously gone.
Insane.
To this day, they have no idea if this was some kind of prank, or if something inexplicable had transpired. If the two men weren't in on it, it is quite puzzling for sure.
Because that would be a tough prank, because you would have to know exactly when those guys walked by. And since the person was facing with their back turned to them, I don't know how they would see if someone walked by.
The next video is quite strange.
The only thing I would say is also that makes it questionable is that they don't go into the room. Because if I thought I saw something and went in and there was no one there, I would look around the entire room. They don't seem to. At least with the camera.
Strange, and was recorded by a young woman in Querétaro, which is home to a quite famous dam in the area called the Centenario de Tequiscuapa Dam. Several accidents had occurred there over the years, from people gone missing and even remains that were being found in there. Prior to the next video we want to take a look at, The Dark Dimension had featured a mysterious user submission, which showed another inexplicable incident in the waters of that dam. A man had recorded a glowing person standing in the waters.
I still don't know if that's a person. Nothing about that looks like a person.
Strange for sure, but now we're taking a look at the video from the young woman, who also visited the dam with a couple of friends one night, and they saw something similar. Keep in mind, the waters of the dam are incredibly deep, so it is impossible for any human to stand in there.
Okay, see, this looks like a person. When you zoom in, this looks like a person. For some reason, she isn't, but it does.
Se metió hasta fondo, hasta la va casi hasta la mitad.
Es que no sale aquí. Vean esto.
Ok, gracias.
Ay, ya lo vi.
But that looks like a person. Like, that looks like a person.
¿Es ese, no?
Yeah, that's a person.
Señor, véngase.
Véngase.
Camine, siga la luz para acá.
No, hágase, estoy para acá.
Véngase para acá. ¿Sí viene?
Sí.
Véngase para acá.
They're yelling at and everything, and it's not responding, it's not reacting, it's just going.
Venga.
Can't walk slowly in the water, it's really weird.
Señor, venga para acá.
Tráigalo con la mano. Háganse para acá. Tráigalo. Tráiganle una
Güey,
mano.
que trae una
Oye,
pistola.
tráigale una mano. Vámonos.
How is this possible? How could anybody be illuminated like that and walk through extremely deep waters unbothered? To many, it's without a doubt that we are seeing a real ghost sighting here, and I have to say, I do agree. The next video we will take a look at was uploaded by user Wawa and was taken in his bedroom late one night when he noticed something strange behind his door. He was reportedly alone that night and just relaxing on his bed. When he took this video for his friends, he didn't think much of it and thought it was just a funny angle or shadow. However, when he took another look the next morning, he realized what he caught was actually very strange and he didn't really have a logical explanation for it. First, let's take a look at what his room looks like normally. As we can see, the door opens onto an empty wall here, without any clothes hanging or any furniture behind the door. Now let's see what was filmed.
What the hell?
Really scaring me right now.
Oh!
From behind the bedroom door, we can see what appears to be a dark
Who is this? Is this a friend of his? No. Yeah, maybe? That's all I can think of. Family member, maybe? Something like that? Because this looks fucked up. I don't want to see that at night. No, thank you.
shadow or head peeking out towards the camera. If this is a head, it would mean the entity is quite tall, assuming this is an average sized door. Many are saying this appears to be a shadow figure due to the dark color and human-shaped head. Do you agree with that? If no, let me hear your explanation for this capture.
Farm spirit.
The next clip was filmed by paranormal investigation team RC Fun TV, who are based out of Singapore. In this episode, they are visiting an old abandoned farm home that is said to be haunted by a woman who can be seen lurking around the building. Locals think perhaps it is one of the old tenants of one of the homes who isn't ready to pass on yet. Without a direct way into the house, the group decides to climb up on a portion of the roof and try to enter from one of the upper level windows. This is the moment when the cameraman captures this strange sighting. Let's take a look.
Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Yeah, you better get the fuck moving, get the fuck out of there! Run for your fucking lives!
In the top right corner of the window is strange
It's almost like it's like, what the hell you two think you're doing? And they're just like, fuck that, I'm out, I'm fucking out of there, I'll be jumping off of roofs and that too.
white face is peeking out at the ghost hunters. Could this be the same spirit of the woman that is said to haunt the house? After spotting the face, the group jumps down off the roof in fear, and understandably so.
I'd say.
Do you guys think this is a true ghost sighting, or perhaps just a hoax? Let me know. The next is a recording which was uploaded by a young man to the paranormal Reddit section. They have recently
What type of closet is this? This is just a fucked up closet.
moved into a new place and stated that there had been a handful of really strange events unfolding, items that are moving around without anybody else being there, and footsteps that they hear in the midst of night. Today, the uploader was watching TV when he heard some really odd noises coming from the open patio and started recording.
Bro.
Hey man,
Oh my god.
that is cool. What are you doing?
Dude.
What's going on?
Dude.
You okay?
I'm so hate to put. Okay. Is he talking to himself?
Can I get a what?
Hell no.
Do you want me to say your own?
Comments range from this being a creepy apparition, from it simply being a strange reflection. But it's odd since the door is open. And the man states that there should be nothing reflecting. So, what do you
What do you mean the door's open? The door is literally closed. Nothing about that. That doesn't even look open. What do you mean the door's open?
think? Is this the face of something paranormal?
So you're not replying to why enough he is talking to nothing? No one's... He's... The guy filming is talking to nothing.
Or what else could it be?
Because he's not even talking to the camera. Because if he is, he's not making sense. Because he's like he responded to replies that aren't there. A creature?
This next video was uploaded by NVTV and was submitted to their channel by Michael Johnson. About the capture he wrote, in April 2016 I saw something weird in the tree lines, but I'm not from here, so I'm definitely not a Bigfoot believer. Let's see what Michael captured.
Okay.
A strange creature appears to be leaning out from behind one of the trees in the distance. Michael zooms in to get a closer look. The creature definitely appears to be something human-like. Could this be a Bigfoot? Some viewers speculated this could be a skinwalker or a dogman, due to the thin appearance and relatively small stature. It's really hard to say, if it wasn't hoaxed, of course. The following clip was recorded and shared by the channel Paranormal Eidolon, who...
Oh, we've seen this one before. Okay, well this plays, because I've seen this before. I'm gonna go grab me a quick drink, and then this, well, let's go, I'll leave this playing, because for those who haven't seen it before.
himself claims to be a paranormal enthusiast. He came across something really interesting, and the video description reads as follows. I caught this by accident. I had posted it to my other channel and someone picked it up. This is the raw unedited footage. I was testing the zoom on a new camera I bought. I didn't see this when I took the video. The thing is, I got so unwell after this, I nearly died. I am wondering what I caught was something warning. I didn't get it until I looked back at some old footage. I know people will think this isn't real, but this is the raw video. I believe it is something, but I can't prove either way. It wasn't just a bird I caught. The only thing is, there's no bottom half, and only the head.
Yeah, that's not a bird. That ain't no damn bird. If that's a bird, that's a bird and needs to be figured out and identified as a species.
Head, or what looks like a head, is moving. Did this man
Feels like there's a Family Guy thing. The fucking thing's been dropped on Earth and he's just like, what the frick did they put my ass?
capture a ghost here? Some believe this to be a scarecrow, but I think it looks a bit too strange for that. But what do I know? This clip was uploaded by Martian TV, and it certainly is very strange. It seems to have been taken from a CCTV in some sort of gravel yard or maybe a construction site.
Oh, we've seen this a bunch of times too. We've seen this a shitload of times.
The CCTV picks up a bizarre shadow figure that appears to be floating through the yard. If you look closely, you can make out what appears to be a head and even two arms. It also seems that some dogs in the area have noticed the figure as well. They look to be running and barking towards whatever it is that is floating through. Things get even stranger though as it moves up towards the road. It seems to become more and more human-like. This is definitely a very mysterious video. What could possibly explain this odd capture? Do you think this is truly a ghostly spirit caught on the CCTV? The following was taken during a haunted ghost tour of Salem, MA. This is an old house that has several ghost sightings, especially seen through the windows. The story goes that a man and his family lost their lives in there. The ghost on this picture was taken in an area where the house butts up against another house, and not a common walkway, very narrow area. The photos before and after are clear and not this blurry. So, what do we say to this one? Did this person capture a real ghost? Some commenters say that this looks like a child that might be wearing a white dress. Could this be so? This video was uploaded by paranormal enthusiast and ghost hunter Tim Morozov. Tim regularly visits known haunted and abandoned locations, and in this episode he's visiting an abandoned village that apparently was discovered a few years ago by some hunters while they were in the area. Apparently there were sightings of a woman in white in this village by a few people.
Боковым зрением.
Tim has explored all the houses, and the one he visits today apparently has the strongest paranormal activity out of them all.
Там есть кто-нибудь?
As Tim is setting up his equipment, he captures this strange apparition in the doorway behind him. A strange ghostly shadow moves quickly across the back room. Could this be the spirit of the woman in white? It certainly looks pretty creepy to me, whatever we are seeing here on camera. The following is another CCTV recording, which was captured on a ship which was sailing off the coast of Somalia this past September. Security saw some strange balls of light at first, but didn't think anything of it. Nobody was moving in the lower area of the ship at the time for security reasons, as they were making it over the border. The area was pitch black at the time. But then something really unusual unfolded. You see a person manifesting, but how is that possible? It looks like a dark cloud is forming.
God damn it, mouse. Literally, I can see a I can make it. Oh god, it's going weird. Hold on, we'll exit. We'll go We got the head, I can get a chest, I can see some legs, some shoes. I can get an arm, I don't think I can really get two. Yes, that little person just literally manifests out there now. I don't think they even walked up.
Forming, and then the person appears. Many of the crew were sure that a mysterious event was transpiring here. Of course, they didn't see anybody leaving the area at that time on any of the other cameras. So, do we have to assume that a ghost was visiting that night?
That's insane.
Now we want to take a look at the continuous haunting of Dino Nuggets, who seems to be living with a really scary shadow being in his home. He has captured this creature before on several occasions, and today he's making his way into the basement once more to tell this demon about some news. Let's take a look.
Tell us, what do you mean he's holding some news?
Heard glass break. There's nothing down there but my windows to break.
My man, you got more cojones than I do. You're going down there by your damn... with the light not working. Oh no, what the... I flipped the light in, what was I let... I'll let it smash when it needs smash until it freaking deals with me. Nope. I ain't that stupid. He's stupid. I'm not that stupid. Nope. Turn that phone on.
Of course.
Bro.
Fucking joke. Shit, man. I'm leaving the house, man. You're done. Catch me if you can. I'm leaving, man.
Don't say catch me if you can. You can't. I'm gonna tell you we can. I'm gonna tell you. Oh, that shadow figure can. Oh, it's gonna catch you with enjoyment if it wants to catch. It's gonna fucking clothesline your ass. It'll clothesline you, stomp the shit out of you. It's gonna make you its bitch, and you're gonna enjoy it if you want. Don't test this ghost, bro.
Have it out now.
It is unknown to me if Dino is leaving this house for good, possibly moving into a bit more peaceful home. I'm sure nobody would fault him for that.
No.
However, this being seems not to be too happy with this decision.
No, the thing loves tormenting him. Listen, this shadow figure loves to torment this poor bastard. You know, he gets an enjoyment out of it. I don't know what it is, but he just does. Get up and stand, bro.
As he's bolting out of the basement after dropping his phone, we are being left with a glimpse of what was with him in the basement that night. The same shadow creature that we have seen before, no doubt about that. This video was uploaded by the Brazilian channel Root X Paranormal Investigations. In it, the team is exploring a church in Rio de Janeiro that is over 100 years old and said to be extremely haunted. According to the team, there are actually many graves situated under and around the church, some as old as 200 years. However, it is hard to say exactly how many people might be buried there, since apparently reports of residents were very inaccurate in those days. Apparently, this church was at some point a popular destination for tourists. However, due partially to the claims of spirits haunting those who enter, it is no longer often visited by anyone and is falling into disrepair. The team spends a while outside the building and then inside using their paranormal devices to try and make contact with any of the spirits. Ironically, though, their most amazing capture they caught this night came from their simple camera.
What the hell?
As two members of the team are checking some equipment in one of the back rooms, this strange shadow is seen walking behind them from right to left. Nobody on the team is walking into this direction, and nobody seems to notice the shadow live in that moment. Is this a spirit that resides in the old church, or is there a reasonable explanation for the odd sighting? Please don't forget to check out Fishing Clash. You'll find all the links in the description. The following was a live stream recording that Melisa Simic, a man from Croatia, shared on his Facebook page at the time. He was traveling a few months ago and decided to venture to an old graveyard situated in the Alps. He stated that inexplicable noises were the reason at first why he was drawn further into the graveyard. And he didn't expect anything out of the ordinary really. But he made out two scary looking figures up a little hill.
Ne znam da li je moguće. Ne znam da li ste vidli. Ili mislim možda što sam sam ovde. Kao da mi se učinilo. Ne znam da li ste vidli. Molim vas, zavratite. Ništa se ne vidi. Ništa ne vidim i dalje.
Come join us, man. Come join us. Wanna play? Those things move. So here's what I wonder. Are these two women, right, doing some type of like seance or thing, and for some reason just don't notice this man filming them?
Učini mi se kao da je mrdnulo malo. Ovo mrdnulo.
He thought that this might have been angels at first, perhaps, and describes the figures pretty mist-like. They were moving their arms quite weirdly, and he also swears that these were no statues. People on the internet state that they look
Yeah, those are statues. Those are moving.
pretty malevolent, almost like angels
their
of
hands
death. In the end, we cannot be certain what exactly we are seeing here, but I find it's quite the terrifying image. What do you think? Just statues? Or is something else going on here? Now let's take a look at another investigation by Mindseed TV. The team at Mindseed has been checking out haunted locations for a while and have great reputations as professional ghost hunters. Well, in this video they are checking out the Church of Jericho. This small abandoned church is located in Jericho, Wisconsin, and apparently is thought to be extremely haunted. The history of this church is relatively unknown. However, the team does mention there could possibly be some past of abuse in this church, which possibly could contribute to any spirits living within the walls. It doesn't take long before strange activity is captured in this church. Take a look at what they catch on the stairs shortly after entering into the main building.
All of this stuff belonged to someone at some point.
Well, this used to be like a private school section or something, you know?
I thought he mentioned that.
Sunday school or something?
I thought there was a nunnery. Didn't he say there was like nuns' quarters?
Oh yeah, he did say that. So the nuns must have lived here?
Either that, or like it was a Catholic school or nunnery or something. Yeah, they must have.
Hang on. Getting reading right in front of us in the middle of the hallway, right there.
Oh, I see.
The SLS camera seems to pick up the presence of any person on the stairs or in the middle of the hallway. The team does note that it will sometimes pick up on objects and mistake them for people. However, this hallway doesn't have anything in it really. Strange.
Is there anybody that would like to talk to us through this device? Oh, dude, there's a bunch of weird up here, man. Oh, what the Hey, dude, did you see that right there move?
Did something move the tarp perhaps?
Oh, it did move.
There were many more creepy encounters in this investigation, and you should check out the whole investigation on Mindsea TV. This video was shared by Ashlyn21, who was out on a little trip one night. She took a couple of photos and noticed that on one of them there seemed something quite off. Let's take a look at that.
Okay, so this is from mine and my dad's trip to Savannah, and I took this picture of something up in the rafters of this building that we were looking at. See? That? You can see it clear as day. And it looks like it's like crouching down behind it, but then in the next photo there's nothing there, but there's an orb. So I have reason to believe that I caught that on my little janky camera from years ago, that I caught some creepy in this little warehouse in Savannah, Georgia, because like that it's not there now, but the orb is, but it's there now.
So what are we seeing here on her little camera? Is this something paranormal? An apparition that was hiding? It's pretty interesting that we also see an orb appear right after that thing is out of frame. So I'm actually not sure if this could be an animal. What else could it be? Let me hear your theories. The following clips come to us from Muro75 from Germany, who is experiencing some paranormal activity in his apartment and has filmed some of the startling events. He writes on the first video, "Something like this happens almost every night. Some constant and very loud banging can be heard from Muro's front door. However, once he approaches, nobody and nothing can be seen from the peephole. Some commenters warned Muro not to open the door. There are many superstitions regarding knocking on the door. Some say a knocking means a family member is trying to reach out to you, but others say it is a predictor of death or bad news incoming. The second video is even more puzzling. He writes as the caption, "Here is your proof. Pay attention to the balcony door."
Oh, we've definitely seen this one before.
While Muro is inspecting the window and door area, a dark figure can be seen creeping up behind the uploader. The apparition is completely dark. Its arm can be seen outstretched in front of it, and its head looks like it might be covered in a cloak. To no surprise, when it turns around, the figure is nowhere to be seen. When it turns back towards the door, it is flung open. It does appear that the spirit that was knocking has managed to enter the house. What are your thoughts? Is this a legitimate haunting? This video was shared by Caxlin01, who tells us that after moving into what he describes as one of the most haunted houses he ever experienced, things started to fall apart rather quickly. The man shared lots of poltergeist encounters with his viewers, but at a certain point he was sure that the spirit of a little child liked to manifest ever so often to scare him even more. The reasons are unknown. This was one of the latest recordings that he shared with his viewers. Is it possible that we are actually seeing the spirit here? It almost looks a bit too perfect in my opinion, and makes me think of the works of a similar channel. But who knows? I wasn't there after all.
Oh yeah! Wasn't there one, ghost thing that had something similar to this, where a little boy would walked in to a door, and then a woman's head popped out of the door? I remember this spot.
This capture was shared by Pasillo and was forwarded to him by a viewer. They told him that they took a snapshot that night of the uploader's wife and their grandmother, who passed away shortly after taking it. Eventually, they went through the pictures, and the fact that this was one of the very last pictures of their grandma made it just so much more eerie. They saw somebody else in the back that wasn't there at the time, and that nobody could recognize.
Oh. Oh hell no. Oh no, that's the fucking devil incarnate right there. What the fuck? Nah, me no fan of that, no.
It looks like a sinister, laughing apparition.
I'd say it's devil. Devil incarnate right there.
If it was related to Grandma's passing, it's not very likely. But it still begs the question, why exactly this thing was captured on tape though? How strange. The following incident has been shared by Denat Amenov. He states that something really strange happened one night as he was staying at his sister's house. He wrote, "The craziest thing just happened to me. Woke up at around 3 AM from an annoying lamplight. This was filmed on an iPhone X. No other light sources were turned on in the room. And this is not a reflection. That was so surreal and weird."
Huh? What?
It is really odd how this table light seems to be turned on in the mirror's reflection.
That is weird.
Could this be happening in another dimension at this time? Some people speculate this to be the case. For reference, he took 2 pictures in the morning. And he filmed again the following evening. No strangeness seemed to be unfolding this time. However, somebody noticed that something else was with him the night prior, something that was sitting under the desk.
Oh! Oh! Oh no!
be an entity. People say it almost looks a bit demonic, very creepy, whatever it was. What do you think happened here that night? Certainly a night to remember for him. User Raphael445 has shared the following surveillance footage on Reddit. He explains that one night his uncle saw two men appearing out of nowhere right outside their property, which was reason enough for him to get outside and tell them that his property was out of limits for them. What was a bit strange though is the fact that these men did not move once after they had appeared, and they could only be seen for
I now know what this video is. I want to explain it and knew what the video was.
certain moments before they were gone again.
This one's weird.
Sounds strange. Let's take a look.
This is creepy. Very creepy. See the two people? Look at them. You see them there? They're standing right there. Watch this. This is... I don't even know how to explain what happens here.
And this is the moment when his uncle is
yelling at
talking to these two guys.
He's yelling
but
at
they
them.
don't
They're
react,
still standing there.
which is really odd.
Still standing there. Right? He's yelling at them. They're telling them to leave. They're not moving a muscle. Bam! Gone.
Clearly looks like there's two men standing, doesn't it?
Yep.
But let's think rationally. What else could that be?
More, what else could it be that just would vanish out of thin air and have this not be a visual thing? Again, how does that just happen? How?
Some people say that it just could be some regular shadows, but where would that light come from? And it's pretty suspicious that they would disappear once the flashlight hits them. What is your explanation for that? A user has shared the following. He stated, "My friend sent me this last night. This is his house, and when he wasn't home, he got a notification that his camera picked up movement. Once he watched it back and saw this, he was shook and asked me what my opinion was. Any thoughts? Looks clear as day to me." On first glance, one could think that the owner himself is walking through the frame here, but this wasn't the case apparently. His friend had some really odd encounters in his apartment in the
They can say that's not the case, doesn't mean that actually isn't the case.
past, but nothing that would ever prove that paranormal activity is unfolding in there. So, did his camera maybe capture an intruder that night? Or are we looking at a paranormal incident here?
Or we're just looking at him.
The following video was shared by Pasillo Infinito, and it features a not further known paranormal enthusiast that is experiencing some really odd activity in his home. Tonight in particular, a lot of stuff seemed to be happening around his closet, and this was when he captured the following.
What the? What is that?
Hell no.
What the?
Some say that he captured the spirit of a boy here. Could this be possible? It's really weird though, since the temperature seemed to drop and rise whenever he was pointing towards this being. Do you think this man is being haunted by a lost soul? Or is it just a hoax after all? Thank you guys so much for watching.
Oh, okay. I guess that was the end of a video he did, so he just edited that part in. Kept that part in.
The next clip comes to us from Clip Hunt 2, who is an alleged ghost hunter and who was out the following night to hunt for the spirit of a notorious kuntilanak. Apparently, this being was seen several times in the past when roaming around close to an abandoned building in the outskirts of town. After a few hours, he caught the following.
Bro. He didn't see that? I was gonna think he didn't see
He
that?
stated that he didn't notice this woman in the distance, just standing there with her hair down.
Well, you should've.
So he continued his investigation for a while.
What was that noise? Is that a bike? Come on, woman again? You didn't see it again?
In total, he caught this woman 3 times this night, but commented that he only saw her in the last capture. He returned home shortly after. So, what exactly did he capture here this night? Do you think this was a being from another realm, or was it just a confused woman? The following is an update from Diego Spikers, who has shared some really terrifying encounters in the past in his own apartment. Apparently there's a spirit haunting his entire family. One of the latest terrifying captures was featuring a strange hand that seemingly belonged to nobody.
How do you fake that? How do you fake that? Someone tell me how you fake that. How on the fuck do you fake that? Someone tell me, because I don't know how you fake that. There was no cuts or anything with that. How do you fake that?
What kind of hand is that? Some commenters speculate that this might be the hand of a demon, since this does not look human to them.
Looks pretty human, but I don't know how the fuck you explain it.
But who can say for sure? It is really creepy without a doubt, and I guess we will never fully know how exactly this unfolded.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this reaction video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all for the next one.